Dear Shrestha viewers, welcome to Shrestha Gnanadayini. Environment, weather and climate is our topic today. Talking about environment, it is a mixture of living and non-living things, different kinds of organisms and many others like interrelationships between themselves and human beings, plants, animals and other organisms. Environment thus includes all the physical and biological surroundings, that is like they have also the interactions. Now extending with this, we can discuss the concepts of components of environment. Components of environment are basically divided into two topics, that is biotic and abiotic. What is biotic? The living components of ecosystems are called biotic factors, whereas the non-living components of an ecosystem are called abiotic factors. Now you can take it as a difference. I am spelling it again, just concentrate. Difference between biotic and abiotic. The living components of ecosystem are called biotic factors, whereas the non-living components of an ecosystem are called abiotic factors. And in biotic factors, it includes all the living organisms such as plants, animals, bacteria and viruses, whereas what includes in abiotic? It includes the climatic factors such as solar radiations, temperatures, wind, water, rainfall, all the physical factors such as light, fire, pressure, geomagnetism and chemical factors also. So it is like acidity, salinity, inorganic nutrients, etc. So these all are basically termed as climatic factors, physical factors and chemical factors. So all these things along with the inorganic nutrients and etc. forms abiotic, and all these living things, that is plants, animals, bacteria, viruses and species and we are called biotic factors. So that's about environment. Now we are discussing about weather. What is weather? Which means the daily changes that happens in atmosphere. So today the weather is this way, so hot, the weather is so hot, the weather is so cool. Yes or no? So this is called weather. The weather is a condition of the environment at any time that depends on the temperature, the cloud cover, the conditions of fog and air pressure, how humid the place is and how's the perspiration. So precipitation and weather, it's like same everywhere or it is different. For example, today the weather might be sunny with a clear sky, but tomorrow it can be full of clouds and it's about to rain. And sometimes there are 6 main components of weathers, that are temperature, atmospheric pressure, wind, humidity, precipitation and clouds. Underline what are the 6 main components of weather: temperature, atmospheric pressure, wind, humidity, precipitation. Oh no, I always get confused with this term. Precipitation and clouds. So temperature is very important factor determining the weather. The temperature, whether it is hot or cold, what it is called, the temperature itself. So what happens? Because it influences or controls other elements of weather, so it is temperature treated important, such as precipitation, humidity, clouds and atmospheric pressure are next. So this is about weather and its components, and also some other points are given of weather are called here, how it is measured. Now this is also important. How is the weather measured? Through thermometers, barometers, rain gauges and hygrometers. So these are the important points that you have to stress. Firstly, what is weather? So the daily changes that happens in the atmosphere is called weather according to the time period. So weather is a condition in an environment in any time. And what are the components? That are temperature, atmospheric pressure, wind, humidity, precipitation and clouds. And it influences, basically the temperature is a main important component that influences or controls the other elements of weather. And now because we understood weather, now we should also understand what are the important instruments that are used in measuring the weather. That is thermometers, barometers, rain gauges and hygrometers. Then what about the climate? Climate is like an average weather in a place over many years, or the average weather. So like a 30 years interval. Understood? So it is something different from the weather. So now what is the difference between weather and climate we will be discussing in the further videos, but now you understand the concept of climate. The climate of a location is affected by its latitude and terrain and altitude. These are again the important terms. Please understand and underline. The climate of location is affected by, what are those main factors that affect? Latitude, terrain and altitude, as well as nearby water bodies and their currents. So if this area is near to any water body, either it is a lake or a river or an ocean, even the currents inside it can also affect the climate. So it is measured by assessing the patterns, variation in temperature, humidity, atmospheric pressure, wind and precipitation again. So it looks similar but not same. So there is difference, but I hope you understood what is climate by this time. So that is about the environment, weather and climate. In coming video, next video, I am going to clearly explain you the difference between weather and climate. There we can completely and clearly understand. Till then, keep waiting and stay tuned to Shrestha Gnanadayini. Subscribe my channel if you have not done yet. Okay.